device. Okay, now we can hear everything. Camera, there's no camera connected, so yeah, I've yet to bring my webcam back in here.
Right before the Striker 2.0 came out.
Blah blah blah. Okay, it should work.
Yes, change your stream name.
Huh?
Change your stream name.
Why?
Change the name. Change the name of your stream.
Why?
I will leave this call.
Why are we gonna leave the calls and dump me? We're gonna watch this video, come on!
Change the name of your stream.
Why do I have to change the name? Give me a valid reason why I need to change the name. There's nothing wrong with the name.
Yes.
Have you had a long day and you're genuinely, you just don't want to deal with it?
I just, look, I'm due for a haircut. I'm not bald, I'm sick of a meme. It's dead, let it die in a grave 6 feet under.
It wasn't even me who came up with it!
I will leave this call.
Can you just give me a second to get to freaking YouTube?
No,
I have to get to YouTube Studio, you donut.
You can do it in Streamlabs, Tess.
I literally can't.
Yes, I know you can because it's an option. You go to like the top where it says a little pencil in your stream. You click the Tess. I'm gonna.
Just wait 1 second.
Do I need to teach you how to use Streamlabs?
There, I got it. Are you happy now? Are you going to stop complaining?
There you go. Okay, we can continue now.
Okay, here we go.
Rewind it 10 seconds just in case.
Okay. But yeah, I freeze frame.
Yeah, screenshot that.
I got this blaster because it was on sale because I never had any intention of keeping it, and I'm probably just going to give this away at Hanu the next time we go to a game.
I'm glad I dismantled mine.
Yeah. I can keep it if you want to destroy it when you come out here.
Oh no, it's already dismantled.
No,
It's
mine.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Do you want to? I mean, otherwise I'll just give it away at the game.
no, we can do a mod tutorial on it though.
Okay, that sounds great to me.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I bought this blaster with my hard-earned money just a few weeks ago, right before the Striker 2.0 came out.
The only condition is I want to keep the grip because I want to put it on something else. Like, if I can remove the grip, you have the rest of it.
No, I mean, no, it's still your blaster. We're just gonna mod it together. Like, you know.
Yeah.
We do really good mods though. So
Exactly. But I want to keep the grip, quote unquote, stock. So, anyways, let's continue.
Yeah. No, we can do it. Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Because Dirt Zone was desperately trying to push these things through stores as fast as possible before the 2.0 came out, which means not only is it still completely relevant, but I have an excuse to yell about it. So with all that said, cue the intro.
Nope, I'm out.
Don't go anywhere.
It was a beautiful intro, and then you had to ruin it. You had one job, and you had to ruin the freaking.
Did you like the intro though?
Yes, I really did like the intro though.
Thank you. I don't understand how that song worked so well, but.
Can you play that again, dude? That was freaking beautiful. I love that so much.
Sure. Where the hell is it? Here it is.
So with all that said, cue the intro.
Freaking hype.
So the Strikers in 2020
I just want to clarify, that is, I can't believe I'm saying this, that tops my favorite intro that you've ever done on your channel.
Really?
That is one of the, like, that brings a freaking smile to my face. I love that.
I'm so happy. Cool. Also, that was a little sneak peek of Intern and Supervisor 4.
I'm gonna say, you just laying there on the couch, I'm like...
This is from Day in the Life of Supervisor 4, which should be done soon. It's just taken forever to edit because it's such a long video, but I'll get to it.
After stream, I wanted to pitch you an idea for a very small mini series that we might end up doing together.
Oh my god, that sounds great.
You're all of it.
Anyways, let's go on. I hope you like the improvements I made to this video. I took what you said last night to heart, and I think I've improved this video a lot. So with all that said, we get into topic.
Alright, go for it.
Max series, making it the first blaster to release out of that series because, oh boy, they had a lot of competition. They just had to get this thing to target as fast as possible because it wasn't like everybody was already saying, just go buy a Nexus Pro. And all this thing did was give everybody an excuse to say, just go buy a Max Striker. So was this right here the just go buy a product that everybody actually wanted and needed? Let's find out, starting with the design. When I first saw
The answer is no.
design, I figured it was just a carbon copy of the Nexus Pro, but it actually does have quite a lot of interesting detail here. I like this design a lot more than the Nexus Pro's design. It is a lot more kind of aerodynamic and a lot more snipery than the Nexus Pro was. It looks like a form of sniper shotgun thing, which is a pretty cool combination of styles, and I think that they did it pretty good on this blaster. The stock blend...
Alright.
What's up?
So I want to quickly just clarify my points and my positions on this. I thought the blaster looks amazing. I like that it's a flat top and it's not like a giant divot in, so you don't have to go buy buy files or an actual exterior part to fix issue on the Nexus Pro. I actually don't mind the pump grip, but my issue stemmed and this was my main issues with all the like Nexus Pro, Aeon Pro, Max Striker. Majority of the releases in the earlier days was with their magazines.
Oh yeah.
So and also like that front grip, if you want to, you could take like Velcro and Velcro loop a little handguard on that front foregrip or pump grip, my bad. And you can legitimately have like a quotation marks, YouTube, don't do anything, shotgun style grip for it, which is really neat. But
yeah,
that's my position on it.
When I saw this was a reaction stream, I panicked for a second. Bricko, don't even think about it. I so desperately want to get into videos that you've done.
Oh, I was sent something, so I will save that for my channel though. But...
Okay, I'll save that for when you feel better. Anyways.
In with the blaster's design, same with the grip, same with the foregrip. All of the gray and orange details blend very nicely with the large red shell, which is just made up of a singular piece and doesn't have any extra pieces clipped on, other than the Max logo right here, which is on the inside and doesn't affect the shell quality in any way. The shell quality isn't very good, which we'll get into later, but I digress. It is still a pretty good looking design. What about the ergonomics? This blaster features...
Toast, if you keep saying that, you're gonna get banned.
It is lagging.
You will legitimately get banned if you say that one more time. I swear to God, I'm not joking.
There's a main grip, a foregrip, a stock, and a chain.
I know, I was talking to chat.
Removable and adjustable, though it comes with the blaster, so I'm counting it as a built-in stock. But let's talk about the main grip first. It is a very comfortable, very nicely ergonomically designed main grip. It's got nice finger choils right here that are just pleasant to put your hand on.
It's not the
Back
best,
here, there's a nice dovetail. It's very rounded and smooth all the way around, and there's this nice texturing over it that just makes it a little bit more pleasant to hold on to. As well as the fact that despite it being a separate piece of plastic, it is anchored to the blaster shell very firmly
Hi, Trash
and
Cam.
doesn't have that awkward wiggle like what happened with the Nexus Pro. As for the foregrip up here, I originally didn't like the fact that this was a horizontal pump grip rather than a vertical pump grip, but it actually works very nicely for this blaster. It's plenty big enough for you to get all four of your fingers on, and because there's so much surface area around the side and the front of the pump grip, you can put your thumb there even...
I feel like such an idiot watching my own videos.
No, I mean, it's worse when you've seen my first video. You know how bad it is. This is not bad.
I've watched my first video a few times, and I'm just like, what is wrong? Why did I do that? I don't even know.
Honestly, no. I so far no complaints. I think the only thing that if I really want to nitpick here, pump grip, foregrip, there's a difference.
Yeah, that's fair.
Pump grip's objectively doing something or actually doing something. Foregrip is just kind of a place to put your hand.
Yeah. I just like, I'm so used to saying it's got a main grip, a foregrip, blah blah blah, that I have to force myself to think to say the other thing, and I can never remember.
Well, and that's understandable. Happens. Again, I'm being nitpicky
If
though.
you have an
That's fine.
oversized thumb, just watch out for that right there. That could get in the way. As for the stock, I really like this stock a lot. Not only is it very flat and contoured in the back, but it also has a raised cheek rest, and it is very, very comfortable to brace against your shoulder. One of the best stocks that Dart Zone has ever come out with for one of these blasters, and they did.
Which
so
isn't saying much.
As you can see, the scope here is
Bring
What
it
did you
back. Bring back the Ultimizer, Customizer Pack, Demolisher stock. That was one of my favorite
God.
stocks of all time. It's better than the
Please.
stock.
I really wish they would bring that stock back. I would pay double what that whole blaster was originally worth just for that stock.
You want to know what the whole point of a cheek riser is on any sort of quote-unquote rifle or carbine or,
Yeah.
firearm?
Yeah,
It's to adjust to your comfort.
exactly.
This does not do that. It is fixed in place, and while it is a very comfortable stock, I could not use this with my red dot on it
No.
because I couldn't zero my red dot high enough to be eye level with my right eye. So I actually had to take that off. I put on my it's like an LRWC stock.
Yeah.
I took off my rifle and I put it on there to zero my red dot, but like I couldn't use it with my normal red dot because it put my face up too high to the point where you have to either smash your face down on it too much, or you have to just get a different stock. Which,
It's so dumb, and I mean, I tried clicking the Discord link, but it said the invite was invalid. That's weird. I think I'm in your server. I can just send you a link if you want one. Regardless, yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind the what the hell is the thing? I don't mind the stock having the cheek rest on it. I think it's comfortable and it works with the scope that it's built in. But I would just put a different stock on it if I was going to be using a red dot or something.
I mean, if I was fielding one of these, and I have fielded one of these before, big mistake by the way.
I'm so sorry. Okay.
No, you're fine. I had a sidearm that day, so I knew it was gonna go south. But like, it's so I shave, but like, you still have tiny hairs on your face.
Oh yeah. Oh
The
god.
stock actually started to spread apart, and it would start to grab onto my hair.
That happened with me with the Harrier stock. It was like the most painful stock ever, and I hated using it. No matter what I did, I could never get it to not do that, and that's one of the reasons I got rid of it, is because the stock sucked, and no other stock really felt the same anyways.
No, and I don't blame you.
Yeah.
If I pause so much, it's just why I
aligned
did.
with this
No, you're
raised
good.
stock. So when you have the raised stock, you can easily look through the scope. However, if you were to replace this stock with a much shorter one that doesn't have
Thank
the
you,
cheek
Mr.
rest,
Retaliator.
the cheek riser, your cheek would be way too low to look through the scope properly.
Wait,
So they
pause
give you
again?
these iron sights.
Yeah,
Now
there
that
you
I'm
go.
looking at this. I
Huh?
don't know if you noticed this. I can tell this because I remember opening mine. There are clips on the back of there, obviously, but
Oh, yeah.
also when I put my real steel stock on there, it's not like
Stable.
it's not a perfect fit out of the thing. You have to I had to wrap Teflon tape around my
That's because
No buffer
that's
tube.
because on a real buffer tube stock thing, it has
Uh-huh.
square holes, or it has round holes in the bottom that the round like buffer tube peg thing perfectly fits into. And because they're all
That's
built the same, it's a perfect fit every time. Dart zones have square holes that are slightly bigger, which means the
Yeah.
same buffer tube stocks can rattle around and don't fit properly, and I hate it. It's dumb.
Well, it's because it's not a true quotations buffer tube stock system. It's not in the firearm industry, and I'm not going to jump too much into this, obviously, but I'm trying to avoid it. But I have to speak on this because this is some people do run firearm stocks on stripes and stuff like that. Even Worker uses the peg system that has been the standard in the firearm industry for decades now.
Exactly.
Buffer tube stocks, but I digress. Again, my point being is that it's not as compatible as people think it is.
Nope. That's fair. I mean, you can put stocks on it, but it's not the same, dude. It's just not the same.
No, it's not.
So you're able to remove the scope and look through the iron sights instead. So it works if you have a cheek riser, and it works if you don't. So how does this blaster work? Well, it is a magazine-fed pump-action springer. So you can pull this thing back, you can remove whatever magazine you have in it. It is compatible with full lengths. You put your mag in, you pull the thing forward, you fire once. It does not have slam fire. Let's talk about the magazines and the smoothness of operation as well as the triggers. First, starting with the prime. 0 out of 10. This thing is completely useless. Don't even bother. Just leave the review right now. I'm joking, of course. This does recycle these stupid.
I guess we gotta go. That's
No,
just.
no, totally fun. I mean, you recommended it. So
Yeah.
I'm good. I love
Dead
that.
zone that I really did not like with the Nexus Pro or the Aeon Pro. However, it isn't as bad on this blaster as the other ones. Still, there's no excuse for there to be a dead zone here. People gave this excuse the fact that, oh, it's compatible with full length. This one's compatible with full length, and that doesn't have a dead zone, so I don't know what to tell you guys. All things considered, the Prime is actually relatively smooth, considering that there is a dead zone there, and it's not quite as ridiculous and noticeable.
I want to point something out here.
Go for it.
Look how bent down your stock is.
Yeah.
This is the same problem on all of them that I've seen. Mine had that issue. Everyone else in my group who had one had that issue. It should not be that bent down. And you're probably like, it's a cheek riser. It's not the cheek riser.
No, it's not the cheek riser. The stock is just loose on the blaster. And what's weird is it's only really that loose on this blaster and the Thunderbolt stock adapter and the Mark III. But on the Mark 1.2 adapter and on the Omni adapter, it's really tight. So, I don't know what to tell you.
So, no matter what, it's blasters you don't want to run. Got it.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, I'm talking about specifically the stock point adapters. So, like, the one on the Omnia you could just put on a Strife, and then it would be a lot less insulting.
Hi, a worker one.
That's fair.
Sorry.
But no. A worker one, it wouldn't work, because a worker one has a round peg, and the peg on the striker stock is square, so it won't fit.
I hate everything.
Don't you love everything? Isn't it great?
I hate incompetent companies. Anyway, continue.
Pushing it forward is very, very smooth and crispy. As for the trigger pull, it's got quite a bit of pull, but then it's actually pretty snappy. Though I would argue that the trigger isn't as good as some other blasters similar to this, it's not the worst trigger I've ever felt. A quick observation is the fact that this is compatible with a scar muzzle, so you can easily put a scar muzzle there and the barrel that this blaster comes.
Every single time the little notification pops up in the corner saying that someone is playing something, I feel like it's like a Streamlabs notification telling me the stream crashed and I have a panic attack.
I haven't seen anything, so I didn't know.
That's because I'm only sharing the window, I'm not actually sharing my computer screen.
You act like I know what that means. Anyway, continue on.
With just friction fits in and is purely cosmetic. Now let's go over
It does
the
look cool.
magazines. This blaster includes a mag adapter, a short dart mag, and a full-length mag. Let's go over the full-length mag first. This is without a doubt one of the cheapest full-length mags I've ever seen. Within just a few weeks of using it, not even that much, the mag retention is already starting to die, to the point where this mag will jam up often just from having it partially loaded. Even putting like 2 or 3 darts in is enough. Look at this. It doesn't line up anymore. It just doesn't have enough strength to push it to the top, which is evidence of...
Because how many rounds did you put through a blaster?
Literally less than 20 through this specific mag. With different like magazines, like I've tested the blaster a lot, but I only really used this mag for like 10-15 minutes after I got the blaster, and it worked just fine for the first round, and immediately after the second round, it's just too loose. Like, and there's nothing wrong with the spring. It's just such a crappy spring that it's super freaking loose, and it just doesn't hold itself up at all.
Huh.
So isn't that just freaking great?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Thank you, Bricko, for the $1.14.
Hey.
A cheap spring in this magazine, and as such, please don't use the mag that comes with the blaster. As for the short dart mag here, it is noticeably better and has a much stronger mag spring, but even then, it still just doesn't feel very good. The magazine plastic quality is very cheap and can just squish in with barely any pressure whatsoever. Compare this to a Talon mag, which I know the comparison...
I could very easily break mine on stream. Like, I had to try to keep it held together. Also, freeze frame. I feel like the magazine is just such an oversight. Like, they couldn't even be bothered.
And just to touch on the fanboys who are gonna be like, well, we don't sell that kind of quality anymore. It's like, yes,
They
but now
did.
They sell. They did, and the fact that they did in the first place shouldn't be ignored. But also, let's acknowledge the price, like, gouge of, like, just someone stabbing you in the chest with a knife of how much money you're paying for these damn magazines now. $10 for 12 rounds is not okay, by the way, guys.
Yeah,
Understand
that's way too much. And for a mag that feels this bad, like, you could literally get worker ones for cheaper. It's not even a joke.
And again, to touch on the Venom Pro and the Nexus Pro X and Max Striker, whatever hell the X Pro line, whatever frick it is.
They couldn't be bothered to name the new Aeon or Nexus.
Oh, of course they could. But to touch on those mags, they're still $10 for 12 rounds. Understand this, guys. That is almost $1 a round. If you go on outofdarts.com, yes, you're paying a shipping fee, but you're doing that regardless on either site. So go buy some worker talons. Go buy some mags.
That scared the crap out of me.
Now you know how it feels when
I know how it feels.
But go buy some Talon mags. Go support one out of darts, but also go support businesses that actually contribute to the hobby.
Exactly. It's like, it's so dumb. Even if, like, because even then, I like the new mags that Dart Zone is making for short darts. I don't think they're bad. In fact, I use them in games. I think that they're actually really good. But they're still too expensive. They're still more than Talons.
Are they $10 good, Tess?
No. They're not $10 good. I just don't think that, like, the physical build quality of the mags is so much better than these. But they're still overpriced as hell. You can still get a better value of just freaking Talons. Ugh, but I digress. We're over halfway done with this video.
Okay, keep going, bro.
Is kind of unfair, but they are including these mags with the blaster. A Talon mag is extremely rigid and doesn't have any form of flex like this, so having this much flex on the magazine just sucks. Plus the texturing on the side makes it very rough to put into blasters, so it's just not a pleasant magazine to use whatsoever. As for the mag adapter here, there's not much to write home about. It is a functional mag adapter that is made with honestly pretty thick plastic. There's not any squeeze on this like there is with the magazines individually.
I'm literally gonna lose my crap. I saw it squeeze as I was saying that, and I didn't even catch that while I was editing or after I uploaded
There's
this.
very little squeeze, is what you said, and I think that we'll actually go back and let's replay it.
It wasn't nearly as much squeeze as the other things.
Honestly,
yeah, there.
That's not bad, Tess. Honest, compared to the mags.
Yeah.
I know that those can take beatings because of Phase 1 and the amount of stress I put on that one.
Plus, this thing you're not going to be throwing around as much because it's like either it's in the blaster or it's not.
Right, and that's the point. Unless you're me and you drop your blaster occasionally. But
that's fair.
Point being is that I don't think this is the biggest deal ever. The only reason I've ever used these in anything besides testing a Dart Zone blaster has been one purpose only. The back of a regulator stock. That's it. I've used them in no other scenario because worker ones are better, they function better, they're smoother in every case.
Exactly. The only thing, like, I would agree with you there, and that's why I'm going to save at least one of these, because I know you said you wanted one, and I'm going to give you this one that I'm holding here. But, I honestly want to permanently attach one of these to a regulator stock. I need to get more regulator stocks. I want to, like, glue one in because these things fall out of the regulator stocks instantly. So, like, gluing one in, securing one in,
Yours have fallen out?
Constantly. Every single time.
I've never had one fall out.
I have a fallout all the time, but then again, I'm using the stock that came in with the lock and load, so it might not even be a regulator stock. It might have the Hasbro seal of quality on it.
The tolerances in that one are different, actually, so that's probably your problem.
Frick! Okay, let's just continue.
I told you that the
Shut up!
Squeeze on this like there is with the magazines individually, though it is still a Dart Zone mag adapter, so it is pretty crunchy to put mags into this, and using the mag release itself is a really difficult thing to press. The mag release spring on here.
I'm gonna fix that correction right there. It is smooth as butter if you insert talons. If you insert darts and mags, it's crap. But if you insert talons in there, oh my gosh, it's smooth as hell.
It is pretty smooth. Even then, you still have the second like mag spring thing that you have to get the talon past, so it's a little bit crunchier than using a worker one, but it is still pretty. It is still very smooth. Yeah.
I have phase 1 right next to me. I see that. I have a talon mag here from something else.
Brico says they fall out of his,
right.
and the Brico says they fall out of his regulator stocks, and yeah.
I highly recommend if you guys are using a regulator stock, paint it. Paint the inside especially, because they break down extremely well, and I'm going to show test that when I go to visit him again.
Yeah.
But, again, I've never had one fall out, no issues, but that's my experience, and
That's
I
fair.
haven't tested my new one, so I'll have to test my new one eventually.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Is way too strong in my opinion. I feel like there is no reason for it to be this strong, but it is something that works if you don't have anything else. I just recommend please investing in a worker one. With that said, the mag release built onto the blaster is actually very nice. It is a paddle style that is very easily accessible to your middle finger, and it mag drops without any effort. It isn't just the mag little thing here that mag drops. It mag drops.
What did you say?
You flip this off, man. Not cool. 0 out of 10.
I didn't know I did that. Whoops.
Yeah. You used your middle finger to reload. That's mean.
And a pleasant surprise here that wasn't seen on the Nexus Pro is the compatibility with 18-round stick mags from Nerf, which is a very pleasant surprise. All in all, I think the mag release here is really good. The mag release on this thing just sucks. Now, before we see it fire, I want to address the plastic quality and the build quality of this blaster, because I think it's very important on something like this that you're going to be buying from the store and taking to your local game without modifying it at all for most people. This blaster seems to be made very well. The plastic seems very rigid and thick. However, that's hiding the dark secrets going on inside of the blaster. A lot of reviews that I have seen on this blaster, and a lot of friends that I know that have this blaster, have complained about internal parts randomly snapping mid-usage. Particularly the priming rod here, as well as parts of the plunger tube just shattering while using the blaster and rendering it completely unusable. Another issue is the catch. The catch likes to break as well. And in one particular case, the rear end of this actually snapped off and caused the stock to go flying backwards super aggressively. And it actually injured one of my friend's shoulders due to how hard the spring came out and hit him in the shoulder. It was quite
I don't think I ever told you about this. It happened at Hanu in like February. Someone was using a striker and the rear cap actually just shattered when they were priming it. And it sounded like this super loud pop, and you could hear it from across the field.
Were they okay? Or...
They were fine, but they had to sit out of that round.
Oh, why? Because their blaster broke? I thought it was fine.
No, their blaster broke, yes, but the thing is that the stupid retention on the adjustable stock was so crappy that the stock actually, like, disconnected and broke off. They had to sit out of that. Whoops.
Wow. I mean, but Tess, they gave me 2 O-rings to fix my seal. That should fix the problem, right?
Yeah.
Because that's not like that's a problem. Freaking seal issues.
Toast Tunes, you're banned. I'm done.
No weapon, no.
He just will not stop posting, like, brain rot comments and, like just crap constantly through the stream, and it's getting too annoying. I don't feel like dealing with it anymore.
No blame you.
He literally hasn't said a single relevant comment in, like, 10 streams in a row. So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, let's continue.
Oh my gosh, that's what you're talking about now. Interesting.
Yeah.
Alright. Anyway, continue.
Dramatic thing to watch, but it did happen, and so there's a lot of things that you have to watch out for with this blaster. Now let's see it fire.
Purely demonstration of reloads.
Okay.
Means I don't have school today. Hey, nice. Full length.
Smart.
So what what mod potential does the Striker have? Well, quite a bit, since it is a basic Springer setup similar to what we saw with the Dart Zone Pro 1.2 and the Nexus Pro. I would argue the Dart Zone Pro 1.2 was definitely a lot more refined than this blaster, since it's actually using metal parts rather than plastic parts that should be made of metal. This blaster I don't recommend really modding unless you really need to. So with all that said, what do I personally think of this blaster? Unfortunately, this is a blaster that looks all
I'm sorry,
sunshine
General
and
Strife.
rainbows on the surface, but there's a lot of problems hiding underneath that pretty looking shell. And as such, I don't recommend anybody take a look at this blaster at all. Even if you want to use it as a project blaster, there are a lot better options out there that won't run you back $55. That's a lot of money to spend on a project blaster, when you could argue that the Zuru Longshot costs half the price and gives you just as much potential for upgrades as this one does. Even though the plastic quality on that one is made like crap, this one isn't made much better on the parts that really matter. With all that said, if you do want to get a Striker, I will link it in the description below. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Oh, what the frick is this?
This is the new outro.
Why is my channel there?
Because you're a supported channel.
I respect that, and I appreciate that.
Thanks. But yeah, I said that before I realized that they completely discontinued this thing and tried to hide it from existence. I couldn't find any form of buy link anywhere. I can't even find the old, like, Target listing for it because it's gone. Dartzone doesn't even acknowledge that it existed on their website at all.
That's okay. That's kind of funny.
It is funny, though.
Alright, so I kind of want to go over the video, what I liked, what I didn't like, yada yada yada. I like that it felt more. I felt like I could actually divide your opinion from objective information, which I felt like in your previous videos, most recently, have gotten a little clouded personally, in my opinion.
I made an effort to keep those separate in this video.
Well, it's not that you kept them separate. It's the fact that I could disdain your personal opinion and your bias from the objective information.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of my biggest complaints, in my opinion. And I just like that it felt like the flow was better. That new intro, frickin', I love that it incorporates a lot of the old stuff, but also incorporates some of the new stuff. And it's a nice thing to see. I love it. I like it. And I want to see more of it.
Thank you.
Overall, huge improvement.
Thank you so much. This is how videos are going to be from now on. I want to put, like, these individual channel links in the description. I will probably update that a little later, but it was like, frickin', I was in the middle of doing like 50 things at once and I couldn't find the link, so I just saved that for later.
I don't blame you.
But
and
y'all,
just to clarify, like, your stream chat, I'm not trying to be like self-promo here. I'm just clarifying this. I will eventually return. I had like my wisdom teeth taken out. That's about as much as I'm gonna say on it.
yeah.
I'm in a lot of pain. It's hard to stream. I'm on heavy painkillers right now, so I just have to kind of wait. So.
Yeah, and that's completely fair. Do you want to see the underrated list?
Ooh.
Or Battle of the Blasters? I've been wanting you to see this too.
I will gladly look at Battle of the Blasters. I really don't feel like looking at another Ultra.
I swear to God, the Ultra one isn't in the video. I'm telling you right now, it's not in the video.
I like the first list test.
I know the first list. I bring it up as an example of why the first list sucked. That's.
Okay, alright, we'll watch the Battle of the Blasters and we'll see how I feel after that one. And
Okay.
If I'm still good, then we'll go and chill on the next one.
Alrighty. So.
Good
Just give me a minute.
afternoon, welcome to Tessera's Nerf Room, and welcome to the first ever episode of Battle of the Blasters. I decided to do a new series where I compare blasters to see which one's the best at a specific
Bye, Mr.
goal.
Retaliator.
Since a lot of blasters are made very similarly or trying to accomplish similar goals, I
Test
figured...
pause.
What?
Real quick, I want to just disclaim this. I have a lot of experience with the Maxim Pro myself. Because, no, I didn't buy one, but I've shot one 10,000 times. Because I hate myself and had a lot of free time.
Why did you do?
Don't ask. I lost a bet, okay?
Oh.
Look, anyways, I shot it 10,000 freaking times. I've done numerous dart testing, numerous magazine testing. I've taken it apart after I was done with all that. I do have a full opinion on this. I will not be buying one to do a review on because I don't hate myself that much. And I do want to clarify, my opinion on the Strife X has changed over the years. Or year, right?
Yeah, it came out last year.
Shut up.
Bricko, shut up.
I was telling you, but I'm not looking at chat. I'm kidding.
No, he said Strife Killer.
I swear. Okay, listen here, chat. Do you know how it's the whole just go buy an X's Pro X? That exact same statement, I want you to understand that has been applied to the whole Maxim Pro thing.
It really
keep
has.
that in mind when you guys are watching this. Ask yourself these questions, and I'll give you a whole thing to talk about afterwards, but go for it.
Yeah, alright. Oh, okay.
Why don't we put two very similar blasters up against each other and finally figure out which one does its job better? And in today's episode, we're doing the most obvious comparison that everyone wants to know about right now, the Strife X versus the Dart Zone Maxim Pro. Let's get into it.
Huh?
I said I still have this old intro.
Yeah.
In this corner, weighing in at 120 United States dollars, powered by a 3S LiPo included in the box, we have the Nerf Pro Strife X. And in this corner, weighing in at just 40 United States dollars, available on store shelves at Walmart, powered by 8 AA batteries, which are sold separately, we have the Dart Zone Maxim Pro! The way this show works is we're first going to compare these blasters' similarities, and then we are going to take a look at the unique features each one brings to the table, and see which one is better based off of the interesting features that they have. Both of these blasters are flywheel semi-automatic magazine-fed blasters, which are mainly designed to be used with Talon mags or mags with similar geometry to Talon mags, and not really designed to use any other type of mag, except for the part where the Maxim Pro is compatible with Coda mags and the Dart Zone Pro mag.
I meant to say Katana mags. Frick.
Okay, just clarify, guys, if you don't know what katanas are, they are from jet blasters or the Ceta blasters. They're really old school mags. They're more of like the quotation worker mags before worker really started mass producing Talons, at least to my knowledge, but I could be wrong on that, don't quote me on it. There you go, annotate it. That's what you do. Happens. I'm not expecting a perfect video test, don't worry about it.
It's fine.
That were
Still.
sold before these new generation of Dart Zone blasters, but I digress. They're also both a
Actually,
very
pause
similar
again. Let me
size.
get
almost
directed. My mouth's killing me. Give me a second.
Alrighty, go ahead. I'm gonna change your name. I'm gonna change my name to General Maxim to avoid harassment.
Alright, sorry about that.
Oh, welcome back. That's a good...
How bad could 300 milligrams of caffeine be for you at, what, 10 at night?
You'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
I've had 900 before, I'll be fine, yeah.
I would say South. North or South Dakota Max?
What? Are they different in different... Well, I mean, that's true, actually, because
No,
in Australia, their magazines are upside down.
no, Dakota Mags instead of Katana Mags or Coda Mags. Bricko said Dakota, and General Stripe said North or South Dakota, and then Spider Avenger Miller said South.
When a Coda mag and a Katana mag love each other very,
Alright,
very
we're gonna
well.
continue
That
now!
is
the exact same size, down to the millimeter when it comes to length, when it comes to width, when it comes to height. They're very similarly sized. The only difference in size is when you actually put the 3S on the Strife X, it sticks out a substantial amount up to about here. But even then, it
How's
isn't
it?
that big of a blow.
Oh yeah, let's ignore the 180 motor cover that's on the side of the Strife that peeks out more than, or if not the same amount as a freaking battery, but
That's
you know.
true.
By the way, chat, I love 180 motors. And just note that I will be breaking down why the Strife X is factually going to be better than the Maxim. I don't know what your opinion is on it.
And I can't wait to show you the comment section of this video. Because there's one guy that talks like a 4-year-old that got so mad because of this video. You'll see.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah, anyways. By the way, if you're wondering why I mute so much, it's to avoid the echoing.
No, you're fine. Don't worry about it. I got it.
Blaster, and I don't think the size really counts that much when you have the batteries in this. Plus, if you're going to put a 3S in the Maxim, you would have to get an extended battery door anyways. Let's take a look at each of these blasters' pros, starting with the Strife X, and the first most obvious glare.
The first pro is everything.
Performance, consistency, let's see, quality.
My Maxim is actually shot pretty consistently, I don't know. Is it the Dart Zone Glazer? Yeah.
Let's clarify this. There's a difference between the blaster accuracy and the person. You can give somebody really crappy blaster and be extremely good with it and extremely accurate with it to a certain degree with good darts.
Yeah.
But you can give a complete beginner, like the most tuned to the 11 Caliburn that is doing 3-inch groupings at 50 feet, but if they don't know how to shoot it, they're not going to be able to know what to do with it. So,
exactly. But I shot this benched, so yeah.
Oh, fair.
Pro that this blaster has over the Maxim is this right here, the 3S LiPo that is included out of the box. This LiPo is idiot-proof, and what I mean by that is the fact that it is built with safety controls inside that...
I'm gonna knock your block off. You can't stop!
I didn't think you could hear me. I thought...
I can hear you! I still have my audio turned on, just not my microphone. Shut up!
Oh, I think my mic...
prevent you from being able to blow it up accidentally, and reduce the need for an expensive charger. And yes, LiPo chargers can get...
Do you want to die?
I mean, someone's calling my name. I have to go now.
No!
I have to go now. Yeah.
Pretty dang expensive, and if you don't want to invest in them, this one specifically can be powered just using a USB-C cable. I feel like these should come with any random Nerf blaster that is being sold using a LiPo, and I don't think that's too reasonable to ask for, or too unreasonable to ask for. But the bigger reason why this is so universally loved is the fact that it makes dealing with the batteries as effortless as possible. You literally just plug the battery right onto the side of the blaster, it fits, and your Strife X is ready to go. No screwdriver needed, no double A's. To remove it, you just pull it off using this little double finger setup right here. It is a massive, massive convenience being able to use this LiPo without having to worry about anything else. Another pro of the Strife X is the internal build quality and the external build quality even. This blaster is made out of stuff. And what I mean by that is it's made out of very high quality parts that are built to last a very long time. The motors, the quality of the cage, the quality of the wheels, the wiring, the micro switch, the plastic shell, everything about the Strife X is made to last a very, very long time. Nothing about this blaster was cheaped out. Not from the beginning, and not now. This blaster is a very, very well-made one, and is designed to be used with no issues whatsoever. I would totally feel comfortable getting this blaster and just immediately driving down to my local game to use it. No mods, no nothing. Just buy the blaster, and it works. Now let's take a look at the pros of the Dart Zone Maxim. First of all, the accessibility. This blaster is not exclusive online. You can go down to Walmart and just pull this thing off the shelf and pay for it and leave. It's a black...
It's lagging on this. I'm gonna leave the stream and...
Okay.
Few notes here. I want to clarify. Like Tess said, it's $120, right? 120 for a Strife X?
120 originally, now it's 110.
Okay, save yourself $10. And then it's 40, $50 or 40 something with taxes.
Let's say it's 40, but you also have to get double A's, so we'll just round it up to $50.
Oh, that's right, 8 double A's, which,
yeah,
if you guys remember, is the same as the Mark III.
The Mark III and the Sender as well.
So if And if you have lipos and you're in the lipo ecosystem already, and you have XT30s if you've owned a Nightingale or whatever else, or if you prefer XT6 or XT30 over XT60 like a weirdo. Just kidding. I don't judge.
You are objectively a weirdo though if you like XT30 better. Let's be
I've
honest.
never met someone who's like, yeah, I specifically only use XT30 connectors in my Strife mods. I'm like, why? Anyways, my point here is, Tess mentioned lipo chargers getting expensive. So me and Tess have the same lipo charger that is sold on Out of Darts. You can get cheap ones if you want, but I don't recommend it because they don't discharge or storage charge. I have a $70
Wait.
lipo charger.
Bricko, it is available, and right now it's on sale for $100. Like,
The Strife X?
yeah,
That's okay. That's a really good function.
it's on sale right. You might actually want to get one.
I recommend you guys go for that one. Spoiler alert, I prefer Strife X over the frickin'
Maxim. Spoiler alert that the Strife X wins.
But me and Tess have the same lipo charger. It's a $70 lipo charger.
Buy
So
trash can.
understand, once you get into lipos, if you're new to modding and you don't really want to just dive into making a build right away, or you don't feel like making a build, consider the Strife X, but I still recommend getting into the lipo ecosystem if you want to go get like a Nightingale 2.0 or a Nightingale, or some of these other blasters like a Woozy if that's your style. So it's like, eventually you might find something, or a Griffin. You're going to find something eventually. Like, I want that, but so I think there's still reason to get into lipos, but understanding, like, I think the Strife X is one of those very good stepping stones to that understanding the responsibility of a lipo, in my opinion. That's my personal take, and I do think it can teach you some valuable lessons of, this has the precautions built in, but you need to still be responsible enough to keep it out of your blaster and all that. So.
Exactly, and like it's a good like transition into the more like high-end modding side of lipos and stuff. Like, it's a good battery to practice, like getting used to like being more responsible with batteries without having to like actually run all of the risks. Like, the worst thing that's going to happen is your battery's just gonna stop working one day for no reason, and you won't be able to use it anymore, and you'll have to get another one.
And Tess, I need to send you a link to this video to show you, so you can do this to your blaster. But there is a way to get the Strife X trigger pull, if not the exact same, better than the original Hyperfire trigger pull.
Wait, do you mean the Hailfire trigger pull?
Yeah, oh, my bad. Sorry, Hailfire. I'm old.
Okay.
Yeah, Hailfire.
The Hailfire has the best trigger I've ever used, so that's a really big deal of a thing to say. We'll have to see.
I promise you. I'll send you the link after stream.
I'm literally going to do that, like, probably before I go to bed if it's not too hard.
Dude, it is, like, super simple. The most annoying thing you're gonna have to deal with is getting the blaster on the screen.
Oh, hell yeah, I'll do that before I go to bed. Anyways.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
That is way easier to get your hands on than the Strife X, and not just because of the physical accessibility, but also the pricing accessibility. The Strife X is $120.
Go, I swear to God.
Expensive. This.
You said it. That wasn't under our control.
One
And he's
rounds to
moderator.
$40, which is a whole lot more reasonable. And even on Nerf scope of things, a regular Strife costs $35. You pay $5 more, and you can get this one, which shoots 150 FPS, which is a pretty compelling argument, all things considered. Another pro is the magwell that this blaster has. One, it's flared, and two, it is a lot more generous fitting talons in. With the Pro Strife X, it is a very tight magwell, and it is pretty restricting to put talons in, while this blaster has a very nice magwell.
I'm sorry I keep making you pause. This is just how I have to do this.
You're fine.
Otherwise I'm going to forget points. In terms of, well, I already forgot your previous point you just made, the FPS. I want everyone in chat to honestly ask yourself, and this is for any blaster or anything you go into the hobby with, what am I trying to accomplish? What is my game cap? What is my game max? What is my game max? What is my game min? What is my game max? What is my game min? What is my game max? What is my game min? What is my game max? What is my game min? What is my game max? What is my game min? What is my game max? What is my game min? What is my game max? What is my game min? What is my game max? What is my game min? What is my game max? What is my game min? What is my game max? What is my game min? What is my game max? What is my game min? What is my game max? What is my game min? What is my game max? What is my game min? What is my game max? What is my game min? What is my game max? What is my game min? What is my game max? What is my game min? What is my game max? What is my game min? What is my game max? What is my game min? What is my game max? What is my game min? What is my game max? What is my game min? What is my game max? What is my game min? What is my game max? What is my game min? What is my game max? What is my game min? What is my what am I trying to do in a hobby right now? What is my main thing? If it's HVZ, stay in that 120 to 130 zone. If you're doing, casual games or pickup games with your events and whatnot, like End War, again, 130 is most. But if you're going like games with your local group, it might be 150 to 250 for your cap, or it might be 100 to 150 for your cap. So ask yourself what you're trying to accomplish, and then I would say go for it.
Yeah.
Most groups are very lenient on FPS when it comes to my group. If you're with it, if you have a few outliers, they're not gonna decapitate you over it. They're not gonna be like, yep, you can't use it. It's like, you're fine.
I would be terrified if they decapitated someone over an FPS cap.
Yeah, we've had a lot of good people fall after that.
Oh my god!
I don't know if you noticed, but actually Jason just doesn't have a head.
Oh my god! That's why he doesn't say anything ever. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it makes sense!
Yeah, it makes complete sense.
If
Not
Jason's in the
because
chat, I am so sorry. I thought this was a joke.
I'm gonna laugh if he is.
If he ends up
I'm-
saying something, I would feel so bad. I would feel so bad if he said something.
I'm gonna laugh, dude, but he doesn't take it personally, I don't think.
I hope not. Because I would feel so
honestly-
bad, and I don't think I would ever not feel bad.
Well, it's just like,
Oh my god, he said
Is he in
something!
chat?
Jason!
No, he's not. You're lying.
He put 3 dots! He put 3 dots! He's literally in the chat!
That is the offense.
Jason! I'm so sorry! God. No, be mad at him! He came up with the dumb joke in the first place!
Oh my gosh, that is the best. Has he been here?
I don't know how long he has been here for!
Oh my freaking gosh.
No! Ah! You know what? We're just gonna continue and act like that did not happen. That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna continue. All right, Let's just continue.
Okay.
Crispy magwell that you can mag drop just by hitting the mag release, which makes a lot of sense and is done pretty well on this
Tesla,
blaster.
please,
Even
you
though the
could.
Strife X comes with a LiPo, this blaster features an XT30 connector hidden behind the AA battery tray, which means that you can use any form of 3S that happens to use XT30 that you already have at home. Contrary to the Strife X, which instead of using an XT60 or XT30 connector, instead uses this proprietary pin connector. These little metal pins spit into these slots, and that is how the battery is powered. So if you wanted to use any other battery, you would still have to open and rewire the blaster for a 2S or 3S like you would any other random Strife. While this blaster already comes with an XT30, and if you don't happen to have any XT30 batteries, it is compatible with AA's right out of the box. So the accessibility of the battery kind of balances out with both. But I would argue that this one is objectively better than the Strife X when it comes to the battery connectivity, because it works with LiPos and you aren't stuck with the LiPo that the blaster comes with. And finally, this blaster uses Picatinny rails. It is a slight thing.
I've been watching while I work.
No.
I'm sorry.
No, it
But the
doesn't.
Nerf Pro Strife X
They're not actual. Pause. They're not actual Picatinny rails.
They're not actual Picatinny rails, but they work with Picatinny attachments.
The geometry is just slightly different, and I don't know if that's like a thing or if it's like you can't. The way that
Is that why my airsoft iron sight just doesn't work on it for no reason?
so it depends on the attachment. So you have the standard, and again, more gun talk. Deal with it, people. I'm sorry, but I have to compare it to this. It's the only
You're
thing I
fine.
can. In the firearm industry, you have stuff like M-Lock, and then you have Picatinny. M-Lock can acquire Picatinny rails, but Picatinny rails, like the standard, it's a very specific geometry and a lot of attachments, including red dots, full-on 1 to 12 optics, 1 to 8 optics, 4 grips, all this stuff right on. So I tested Strife with the Vector Kit. That's legitimate Picatinny rail. That is actual Picatinny rail, and that's why Picatinny attachments work on that.
Yep.
And that's just how it works. But for whatever reason, Dart Zone I don't, again, I don't know if it's like a legal thing or if it's something else. I can't speak on that personally because I don't know. But it's really weird that they're changing It's the same as like the Nerf rails on the Strife X. I hate it just as much.
I don't think there's any legal things because I'm pretty sure that the rails on the Zuru Insanity blasters are actual Picatinny.
You're right, actually. So then what the frick's the point? Oh wait, no, my bad. You have to use Dark Zone fake sights that don't actually magnify.
Yeah.
Anyone who calls an actual Dark Zone scope or uses a scope that isn't justified on a blaster, like any Dark Zone product. My bad. Sorry. I mean, all Dark Zone products justify optics because they're so good and work so well.
No, they don't.
I know. I'm trying to be nice. But,
like, the only one that I would actually want to put a sight on is the Nexus Pro X, and that's just because it uses a B car.
use an actual red dot, and I took a whole issue with that video, but that's another story.
Oh, the Nexus Pro X video?
Yeah, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay. I actually did run the Nexus Pro X with the red dot that you got me for Christmas, and it worked really well. I didn't have any issues.
Yes, I did want to ask you, and this is stupid for me that I've known you for 2 years and don't remember this. When's your birthday again?
July 1st.
Oh, July? So October, got it.
No, it's July.
July, October, you know, potato, tomato,
What?
they're like the same vegetable. Anyways, continue on.
Okay.
Using rival rails makes it very restrictive on what attachments you can use without modifying the rails into Picatinny rails using externally 3D printed attachments to change the rails onto Picatinny rails. This one comes with Picatinny rails, one on the top and one on the bottom. It's pretty simple, though it isn't the same way as the Strife X, and even then, these rails are better than the rails that the Strife X has in the first place, since the top Picatinny rail goes across the entire top of the blaster, rather than just stopping like right about here and having a jam door in the front. Now let's wrap things up with a little bit of subjective input from me personally, so that it doesn't really impede on these blasters' scores, but still gives you a little bit more insight. I personally like the Strife X's rev trigger more. I think that it's better having a traditional rev trigger like this, rather than having the large, like 1911 style safety rev trigger that the Maxim Pro has. But I think that the Maxim Pro has a better refined main trigger than the Strife X, due to the fact that the Maxim uses a regular linkage system rather than an analog gear rack. This one does feel better, but this is also a lot more difficult to manage if it breaks, while this one you could just replace the linkage and make it work. So, which one of these blasters is better in the long run? The answer? The Strife X. While it cannot be overstated that the Maxim is definitely important to the hobby right now, being a good, comfortable project blaster that you can get for $40 to make a nice 3S mod off of, I cannot overstate the quality of the Strife X. This blaster is built very, very well. If not just
Jason,
for
it's
plastic
fine. I
quality,
understand.
The internals are far more refined than the Maxims. The Maxim has only been out for a week, and already tons upon tons of people have come out saying that their blasters have burnt out. While this blaster has been out over a year, and never once have I heard any cases of burnout or even any cases of mechanical stuff breaking on the Strife X. Despite how much more expensive it is, I would rather wait and get a Strife X rather than settling for a Maxim right now, because this is a blaster that I fully trust, and I trust to work for a very, very long time. While the Maxim I know could break at any random moment, and there's no saying how long this blaster will last, even on AA's. They burn out on AA's too. That's kind of a really big deal, when this blaster, yes, it costs more, but there's never been any case of it burning out or screwing up or anything like that, and this blaster has been out for a week, and it's already been burning out like it's nobody's business. It's literally the Omnia 2.0. If you do plan on modding these blasters, I don't think it really matters which one you pick, but I still would rather go with the Strife X because the shell quality is better than the Maxim Pro. So with all that said, thank you for watching this first episode of Battle of the Blasters. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
That was a good video.
Thanks.
I really did like the video, and I love that you really did separate the objective information from your personal opinion. It was very cut, it was very clean.
Thanks.
Straightforward. Love it. I didn't feel like you were dragging out time, and I respect that.
Let's quickly go over the comments, because legitimately there's one dude who's just been so aggressive. This wasn't that.
Don't put the guy on blast. Let's not put the guy on blast.
No, I'm not putting the guy on blast here. Let me. All right, we're back, chat. Yeah, no, we can hear you now.
Okay. I just want to clarify to anyone in this stream and anyone at all. I know I harp on Dark Zone, and I do get on people's backs about like incorrect information and my experiences with them. I want to make this clear. I do not hate anybody if they go in Blaster. If you prefer Dark Zone or you prefer like Maxim over Strife X, I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm not saying you're a crap person. I want to make this clear. You can like and enjoy a Dark Zone Blaster. I'm just saying, and I will point out the problems with them, especially when I have people, close friends from my old Outcast group before they disbanded, and now we have the Outcast Squad. And even people in the Outcast Squad have reported their Maxims burning out, and it's a problem that needs to be addressed.
Yeah, it's like they need to upgrade whatever parts are in there that are burning out. Good night, General Strife. It's insane. It's ridiculous.
Let's look at the Strife X, for example, and this is why I tell people this. The Strife X has 180 3S dedicated rated motors. These are 180 motors that are rated 3S LiPo battery that are made for 3S. Also, the wiring is not lower gauge like 18. I believe it is 16 gauge wiring, if I'm correct on that.
I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, I opened it pretty recently, and I think it's 16 gauge.
And 21 amp switch. Switch is properly
laid in the blaster.
Properly rated. Frickin' hell, that's a tongue twister for me tonight. Sorry, the caffeine's starting to hit me, guys.
Properly rated.
Anyway,
I can say it no problem.
it's been a few days since I've had caffeine. Alright, I'm starting to get the jitters.
You're
Anyways, it's properly rated for that current, and it's a good switch in there. I just think, ask yourself this. If you want a Maxim, doesn't mean yours is going to burn out, doesn't mean you're going to have the same issues that everyone else has experienced, or hell, for all we know, those could be lemons, and on the very small chance that that's the case, so be it. Oh well, stuff happens. But I am reporting what experiences I've seen other people have, and what other people have reported to me, and that's why I think it's only fair that I make those statements. And Tess can make those statements as well. Does that mean that it's factual across the board? No. But it doesn't mean that you should ignore those problems if they do occur numerous times.
Yeah. And, I mean, considering how much proof there is of these things burning out, like, people's are burning out left and right. Even more than the Omnia. That is what is surprising me. Is because even the Omnia, when the first gen Omnia came out, there were some people who complained about burnouts, but not very many. The second gen came out, and there were still burnouts, but not as many. And nowadays, I rarely ever hear anybody complain about burnout. I've been using my Omnia for months, and I use the Omnia. I really like playing with it. Even though it sucks, it's just fun to play with as a full auto thing. It hasn't burnt out. And I've used it a lot. At Hanu, just personally, whatever. The Maxim, literally within the first 3 days of it being released, 3 days, I had people in the Hanu server and in the Foam Dark Marksman server, the SCFL server, the BCN server, all the different Nerf servers that relate to the local games that I go to, have complained about theirs burning out almost immediately. And that the number of reports that I get every day hasn't gone down. I still get, you're gonna lose your crap. I literally get no less than 2 reports a day of blasters burning out.
Right, and I want to make this clear. So first off, I make no money off YouTube. I don't get any sponsors. Tess has no sponsors to my knowledge.
No.
Or anything like that.
Mate, if I got sponsored, I would be spam calling you in the middle of work because I would be so excited I'd be losing my crap like a 3-year-old on Christmas morning.
Yes, and I mean this seriously, if you ever get a raid sponsorship, can I help you with that, Reed?
Sure.
Yes. Anyways,
especially if it's Raid Shadow Legends, I'll let you do the entire ad read if you want.
I will fly down that week to do that. Are you kidding me? I would love to do it. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. But to say that, and the reason that I think Tess and I get so pissed off about it is we don't want you guys to waste your money, but we want you guys to be aware of issues. As people who do review blasters or Tess who reviews blasters and me doing the occasional review, I don't think it's unfair for us to have strong opinions about blasters or anything like that because they are problems. They need to be addressed. So.
Yeah. It's all over the place. Are you feeling good enough to do the underrated list or no?
Are you chill just chatting afterward?
Yeah,
you wanna just
sure.
Chat? You chatting on stream, or do you want to?
We can just chat on stream.
I don't know if you want to. Oh, that's really nice looking. I just saw it's so simple looking, but dude, that paint. It's such a satisfying paint job I'm looking at right now, sorry.
Nice.
I'm constantly looking at, here's the link to the video I was looking at YouTube.
Oh, wow.
It's so, it just looks nice.
Yeah.
Really simple, but looks nice. Anyways, Pets, I wanted to talk to you about some topics. I've gotten some questions from my old group and whatnot, and just also just about the way you played in your games, because I keep going back to the way that you play, just to look at your style. Do tend to be more aggressive when you're using flywheels or springers, or are you just like a person who likes to push on people and make sure that they feel pressure when they're doing that? Like, what is your style, dude? Like, seriously.
I usually steer more towards flywheelers, and I have said this before in like private calls and stuff, but I guess the stream can hear it. I usually try and like push from the sides and try and just flank the other team as effectively as I can. I will tell, like, I'll be teamed like with one person in particular, and I'll tell him, like, you go to the left side, I'll cover the right side, or you go to the right side, I'll cover the left side. And we both just try and advance forwards from the sides while everyone else goes up through the middle. Or if I have like a whole bunch of mags, because I have like a few different loadouts that I can run. I have like my Timmy loadout, which is just the Prometheus, and I need to finish that because that one's fun. When I get the Proton Pack thing done, then that'll probably be the replacement until I finish the Mr. Perkins blaster. But I have that, which is I am the distraction while two other people go around the sides, and I just run into the field and am extremely annoying, and I just run straight through the field and just shoot everyone that I possibly can, and just pretty much just trying to annoy people as much as possible while the others go around the sides and like make progress. High CSG. Or if I'm using a Springer, I will probably, I've run Springers a few different ways. Only one way has worked well, where I will try and have somebody else like with me to like let me know if anybody else, and I will target like one specific person and try and just tag them, and then target someone else and then try to tag them, and continue doing that while if I see an opening going to it and making progress.
Right.
But like I don't switch targets until I either get tagged or I hit who I'm aiming at, because otherwise it's just chaos, and in some cases I forget who's on my team and who's on theirs, and I've accidentally done friendly fire before and I didn't know that was happening.
Have you ever done like...
Huh?
Oh god.
I accidentally shot Flagonio like 5 times when he was retreating, and he was looking like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know!
Are you on my team? I can't trust you. He's a traitor. Run.
We're on the same team. I'm sorry. I didn't notice. I mean, to be fair, he had long sleeves over his wristband, so I completely forgot that he was on our team.
How do you guys distinguish chains? Is it wristbands?
It is wristbands. There's green and orange.
Green, good. Orange is okay. It should have been blue, but you know.
Yeah, but then again, the blue ones are really hard to see, so we just switched it to orange because those are more noticeable.
No, I'm totally messing with you. So.
Yeah. But that is God, that's basically how I play.
And I totally respect that. I think for me, and I've told you about this before,
Mm-hmm.
I like to just pressure people as much as I physically can, because if people on the other team feel like they can push up, I think that's where a problem lies. If you are comfortable with pushing me, I'm not doing my job. I am someone who likes to mag dump and mag dump and mag dump, and even if I'm not technically like spamming the trigger,
Yeah.
I'm still gonna make sure that you're staying behind cover and not getting shots off, so that way my other team members can go. I don't care if I run dry on all my mags. Like, that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Are you gonna change your loadout anytime soon? Is another kind of been asked.
Well,
And
I am when you
chatted
come
a
to
bit.
visit. This month is probably going to be the last month that I use that vest rig because it is dying. It is dead.
If you guys still remember one of my old, and I mean really old, HVZ loadouts, I used a chest rig. And I actually gave that to Tess. Tess has been running the crap out of that thing for months now.
Hey, it's worked. It's worked. The last game that I took it to was the BCN game this last month, and it was just not working. Mags kept falling out of it, and it was a disaster. I kept having to run back and get mags and like hold the mags in while trying to make progress, and I was focusing so much on the mags, I was getting tagged like left and right. I was like, this is not freaking working. So I what I ended up doing is I put most of my mags behind a tree and just left them there so I could go back and run to collect mags when I ran out of mags and like cycle through 4 at a time. It was a disaster, and yet I still won that game. I still won that game.
Yay. And that's fair, dude. Like, I think part of it is just, and that's what a lot of people don't get, is you can practice all you want, but just the adrenaline you get when you're actually playing is...
And BCN games are really hard because the field is massive, and there's a lot of running back and forth. So, it's a lot more taxing than playing the Hanu games. Because, like, there's Hanu, there's BCN, which is second place, and there's SCFL. I've only been to SCFL once, and it was one of the most difficult, like, missions I've ever played with Nerf, because it's literally just 2v2. It's you and a partner on one team versus two other guys on the other team, and the FPS cap is 250. And last man standing wins, and it's insane.
Right. It's fun, and that's what I like. I just like adrenaline rush, and that's why. And here's the thing, and I've wanted to ask you this for a while, because I've honest got opinion on it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you doing this contributes to the whole encouraging? And I hate asking this question because I think it's such a stupid question. Encouraging gun violence, encouraging violence in general, and all this crap.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Not at all.
Right.
Like, literally, the most that it will encourage is playing airsoft. That's the most that it's ever going to encourage. It's never going to do anything more than that.
And it's just, yeah, it's a hobby. I want people to understand. We're not jerks. If you go to a game and you'll be as nervous as anything, or maybe you'll be just calm about it. But, like, people are very welcoming, and the whole thing in the community is as long as you don't make an issue of someone, or as long as you don't hold a grudge or have problems with someone, then you're cool. We don't care.
Yeah.
We're relaxing. We'll mess around, have some fun. That's what it's always been about, though, in my opinion. That's all I really have for questions, but stuff I just wanted to ask him.
Yeah, that's fine. Regardless, I've started playing Planet Coaster on the stream now.
So Tess, guys, big shocker. I'm going to visit Tess in October. I leave on the 3rd, and I'll be there until the 9th. So
Yeah.
Get ready for hopefully a few collabs. I'd love to do a few collabs with you. I'd love to, at least.
Oh, we'll definitely do collabs. We'll do war footage together since we'll both be going to Hanu.
Oh, that'll be perfect. That's another thing. I'm going to Hanu, so yay! We're gonna. Yeah, that's scary as hell, but we're gonna have some fun there. It's gonna be great.
You'll be fine. Don't worry about it so much.
I know. But yeah, chat. So expect some freaking amazing content from me and Tess very, very soon.
Yeah.
I don't post enough. I should post more, but you work a full-time job, you figure it out. So
Yeah.
I'm working on it. I'm trying. So.
You're good. Don't worry about it.
I was also asked, just regards to like content-wise, do you think the differences in our content prevents us from collabing as much
No.
as you would like to?
No. I don't think that has anything to do with it. I literally just think that it has to do with the amount of stuff that we have to do and how little time we are able to just like do stuff together in videos.
Right. And because I think you remember this last time I came to visit, I think if it was not every day, almost every day, I was filming a video.
Yeah.
And like, because Tess saw me, I think I filmed 6 videos actually have been published, or 4 videos have been published. And like, Tess just knows, he knows the amount of crap I dealt with there.
You love filming. Like, you filmed so much stuff when you were here.
I've made the statement, when I'm around you, I can be extremely productive, and I just have that drive. I'm like, okay, let's film, and I'll be like, it's 3 in the morning. It's like, Tess, you want to film? Dude, go to bed. No, film video, film content.
I know. Like I've gotten up at like 3:30 in the morning. There was one time on your first visit, I was like, I couldn't sleep. I got up and I went to go get water, and I could hear you in the room, pat 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 against the door. Then a moment later, from Figure Smash to the Strife, and then a few minutes would pass and it would be silent, and then I'd hear the freaking flywheels and pat 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 pat.
I have this like, so if I had an unlimited magazine, like the only thing that slows me down from doing that, well, back then it was just like lack of mags, but now it's just like I have 20 something 18 round clear stick mags. Majority of them are off brand, but I can load up like 400 plus darts worth of ammo and just sit there and mag dump and mag dump and mag dump. The only thing that stops me is or I have to charge it again. Well, that's what's stopping me, dude.
Yeah.
I can't remember, like, the second time I went to visit you, I think it was like 5 in the morning, where I went downstairs because I needed water, and you're just like, yeah, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm just feeling blood. And you're like, still?
Yeah.
Like that. I think it was around that time, I can't remember exactly.
It was about that time, yeah.
But yeah, when Tess was sleeping, dude, I was just testing stuff. I think I spent 7 hours total just testing Tesseract for like, and doing mags and everything and darts and all that. And yeah, I fired a few thousand rounds in that time.
Yeah.
So.
And I could tell that you did, because like, the next day you were just so tired.
I will, yeah. And did that ever shock you? Like, I was doing the 3 days, 1 day of like to sleep.
Yeah, it did, because like, normal people don't do that.
Am I normal to you?
No.
No.
You're really freaking weird.
Okay. Okay, we could go with that.
I'm weird too. It's not a bad thing.
That's mean. He's bullying me live on stream. Cancel. No, I'm kidding. Don't cancel.
No! Getting canceled.
It's funny too, because me and you like haven't like for like 2 weeks or like a month we just.
Oh my god!
chatting
What did
like
I just build?
Like, we just stopped chatting for a little bit because we both got so busy with life and everything, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it sucked, but like, oh my gosh, it's so much better just to talk.
It is, and being able to just like relax and not have to worry about stupid crap is fine.
Okay. And I
What are
mean,
you
were
doing?
doing
I'm building Planet Coaster Rides. What does it look like?
Pokemon?
What?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yes, if there's a blaster you had to like bring back, what would it be?
What do you mean, like, bring back?
Any blaster from any series, any company, what would you bring back?
Oh, you mean like re-releasing it?
Yeah, it could be like the Demolisher Ultimate Customizer Pack, the crossbow, but
The Sledge Fire.
Really?
Yes. Because
Okay.
here's the thing about Sledge Fire, is the niche for shell-fed shotgun things isn't the biggest niche out there, but I would argue that it is still relevant enough. Plus, like, people are like, Xbox Games made, god, that is so cool. Xbox Games made a kit for the Sledge Fire that has it shooting N1 darts at like 110 FPS with a stock spring.
That's impressive.
It is impressive. Please make the loop. Please make the loop. Please make the loop. Please make the. Damn it! But like, he managed to do that with a stock spring just by removing the ARs and the dart and like hollowing it out. And like, the shells are still relevant. People are still making shells for the Sledge Fire. If they brought the Sledge Fire back, especially if they upgraded the spring, and made it shoot harder. Maybe they made the stock longer and it could fit more darts in it, or more shells in it, and they included more shells, and they did more shell refill packs like they had on Amazon for a little bit. Like, that would be the coolest thing ever. I would totally love to run a freaking modified Sledgefire loadout. That's just all Sledgefire shells and whatever else. Tessera, you are a nerfer, not a gamer. I like playing Planet Coaster. Do you have an opinion about N Series? I think it's pretty good. I think that they could do better, but for what it's worth, I don't think it's that bad.
I would agree with that. I think and here's the thing though, like as long as they continue, matters to me the most.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. Just keep the series going for a little bit. Like.
Exactly.
That's what 2S LiPo do you have?
Oh god, I don't remember.
Is it 850?
I think it's the 850.
Okay, because I need to get a new LiPo and I need to get one that's larger.
That's fine.
I don't need to, I just want to, so.
That's fair.
Wow, $17 for another... Is this...
I'm gonna change windows so that you can see what I'm doing.
I'm just looking out of darts, so I'm not gonna see it, but go
well,
on for...
if you end up coming back, just so that you're not, like, confused or anything.
I'm pretty good, go ahead. Any new, like, mods or any new projects you have planned?
Other than Voltron and Nostradamus, not really. I mean, like, I could theoretically add more projects to the list. There are 2 current projects that I need to finish before I can start either of those. And that is Peacemaker and... what the hell was the thing called? Maximizer. That was the other one. So, I haven't told you about Maximizer yet. It's an IMR barricade. And I have everything set up. I just have yet to actually solder everything together and build it. But when I'm done with that, it'll be an IMR barricade that hopefully shoots about, like, 70 or 80. I don't expect it to shoot any harder than that because it's a barricade. I mean, I don't really know, like, what you could reasonably do with it.
Right, and that's understandable. I don't, blame you for that. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. And Peacemaker has been, like, progressively halfway done for over a year now, and I just don't want to get the Percy's kit because I'm afraid to, like, bother finishing it because I feel like it's just going to end up being a disaster that just doesn't work because the freaking what the hell was the thing called? The Proton Pack gave me so much crap to build, and I just really hope that I built it right because I do not want to have to deal with it again. If that makes sense.
No, it does.
And
Tess, when I come to visit you, I'm gonna open up my new. Don't say what it is, but I'm gonna open up my new project, and you'll just see the mess of wires the mess of soldering. Because I was like, I'm done with it. It was 3 in the morning. I just didn't want to like try, so you'll see the mess.
that's fair. I mean, I'm really liking this coaster so far, even though it is absolutely massive. I need to make some more space with this, like, inside of it. It's kind of like a triangle shaped thing.
Do you think you're gonna like, and I ask you this, if you had to look into this from a unbiased, just a look at the casualists, look at the modders and the more competitive people, Nightingale 2.0, thoughts on it, even though you probably don't have much experience with it?
I've never used one, so I can't help you there. I don't even know what it does. I've just heard that it is a full auto version of the Nightingale that uses the same mags and is way more expensive.
So it's bigger battery compartment. It can run on 2S, 3S, not recommended on 4S. I'm actually going to go to the thing. Nightingale 2.0. And, yeah, they don't recommend on 4S. Excuse me. On 2S, you're getting about 110 feet per second with standard deviation.
Yeah.
127 on 3S with 5 as a deviation, 3 for a deviation on 2S. 134 FPS with 5 deviations on 4S. It's not recommended, obviously. Fire rate on full auto versions of it, 6 rounds per second on 2S, 11 rounds per second on 3S, 15 rounds per second on 4S. Again, not recommended.
So, kind of the same as the Venom, but a little bit faster, maybe?
The Venom, I think, was pushing 9. We could be wrong on that.
No, the Venom shoots about 6 with the 2S. From what I've heard, it shoots about 10 rounds per second with the 3S. And nobody's ever seemed to test it with 4S yet, so I don't know there. Probably because the whole thing would just burst into flames.
And here's the thing that I hate, though. People are like, well, it doesn't work with 4S, so it's not even worth, like, getting the blaster in general. It's like, that doesn't mean it's a crap blaster. It just means that it doesn't work well with 4S, so...
Yeah.
Why, like, if you don't want to use it on 4S, don't use it on 4S. But I hate that people just complain about it.
Me too. I mean, like, I would totally be willing to give the blaster a chance. It's just way too expensive for me to justify right now.
Wait, here.
It's like $100, I think. Or
95
close.
for a semi-auto, and it's 105 with the full auto. Which, honestly, I understand why. It's a bigger blaster, it's chunkier.
But, like, even then, like, it's not that much bigger than the 1.0, and it costs double. It's like...
Well, you're getting all the metal, like, rails included.
That's fair.
So the side rails, the top rail, and everything. So I understand why it's more expensive, because that added on to original Nightingale at the retail price would equal about that, if not more. But
Yeah.
that was separate parts that you had to buy, yada yada yada. Thumb screw not included, which is, again, whatever. I'm gonna pick up thumb screws in the first place, so I don't give a crap.
Yeah.
Hess, you bought like 5 to 7 thumb screws at one time, didn't you?
I have so many thumb screws. I need to get more. I need thumb screws for... God, what do I need the screws for? I need screws for the Maxim. I need screws for the Mark III. I can't remember what else. I might not really need thumb screws for much stuff other than that. I don't know if there's screws available for the sender yet, but considering I never ever use the sender, I probably won't even bother.
I don't blame you at all.
That is literally one of the worst blasters I've used this year, and I hate using that thing so much.
Wow, Raven thumb screw, I actually do need that, because I've been using Strife thumb screws in that, and that's actually not fun.
I actually do need 2 more Strife screws for the Cami CS12, because there's 2 screws on that, and both of them are starting to strip.
I'm going through...
You're going through... what? He just cut out for like 10 seconds. What the is there not... Oh. PC reboot. His PC reboot. God. Chat, should we make fun of him when he comes back? Should we just say poop computer? Everyone type poop computer in the chat. Let's watch the whole thing, waste everybody's time. You there?
Yep, I'm here. You hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. That's great. I'm not even pushing my PC to its limits. That's fun. Anyways, sorry about that, dude. I get so annoyed with that.
Let's just pick up where we left off.
But yeah, I'm going through like my darts cart right now, just kind of getting what I need to pick up, and I removed that. That goes away. Yeah, I have $23 worth of stuff. One of the things I could argue I don't need, but I might pick up just because it's on cheap right now.
That's fair.
I didn't add the light. Why is the light not on there? Frick that. That's freaking annoying. And I was asked the other day, why do you say frick and fudge and fuddruckers over like the F word? I'm like,
Because one, it's more fun to say that.
it catches people off guard. That's one of the just benefits of it. But also, I just don't want to swear anymore. I haven't sworn for a very long time. I'm swearing text messages. I don't count that as like verbal swearing. And disagree with that if you want. I don't care. It's my rules. I'm making them up as well. But I just don't like swearing. Like I'm not a big fan of it, honestly.
That's fair.
S still swears, I think. I could be wrong on that though.
I do swear a lot. I need to work on that.
Well,
I don't swear as much as I used to.
That's true. That is very true, actually. I can't remember what. So part of the reason I just stopped was I'm like all of the bleeps in my videos are just me pretending or mouthing. Like I'll I'll be like F, or I'll just like mouth a very similar word to the word that I want to say, and then I just put it over. A lot of people don't know that.
Wait, do they not have the 0G roll? Okay, they do have the 0G roll in this game.
You don't get one.
I do get one.
I said no though, so.
Oh. Well, crap.
Oh look, they have a fix for a Striker 2.0 test. Do you want to pay $18 to get the flared magwell?
No.
Because Dark Zone can't do their thing. I know it's like a small thing to complain about, chat. They're not in my chat, but just whatever. But deal with it.
It is basically like it is our chat. It's the same chat.
It's still chat. Whatever.
Hang on, wait, really. Wait,
Oh.
really quickly. How should I turn this around? Should I use a banana roll like this, a bat wing, or a cobra roll?
That. Use that one.
What, a cobra roll?
Yeah, sure. Use that one.
Okay. It's been so long since I've put a cobra roll on my rides just because cobra rolls suck in real life. They're like, dude, they're like the most, like, annoying inversion.
Are they?
Yes, because it's two really, really rough transitions, and even on the smoothest cobra rolls, because of how fast the transition happens, it has to be rough. Can you see what I'm looking at? So you understand what it looks like?
I saw what you were looking at.
Yeah, so the cobra roll is this transition from like the going up into the rotation. It's smooth, and then as soon as you hit that transition, your head hits the side of the restraint. But then even worse is when you're exiting the turn to the going down part, your head hits the other side of the restraint.
Yay.
It's only, like, cobra rolls are only fun if the ride has lap bars. That's the only case in which a cobra roll isn't just frustrating. Because I always get mad when I go on rides and they have cobra rolls. I'm like, god dang it, it's gonna suck. But yeah, my coaster has lap bars, so it should be fine.
Nice.
Anyways, what were we saying?
I don't freaking know what I'm doing with my life. Yes, I want to ask you a question. Honest answers here, right?
Obviously.
Do you think that it's really worth buying Dart Zone darts anymore compared to getting worker high ends and worker heavies?
For me, it depends on how well the nitro shots hold up in the long run. Like, honestly, the Nitro Shot half darts are really good. Like, really, really good, and I don't know... Like, they've worked way better than my Worker Gen 3s. Like, even when I first got the Worker Gen 3s, before they were all worn, these darts are noticeably more accurate and better built than those. You should make a review on the Tomcat. I am not going to dump $80 on a Tomcat. I'm sorry.
$80 for a Tomcat?
They're literally $80 on Walmart right now, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, nice.
If I let me go look on Walmart just to make sure that it was $80 or 70, but I think it was 80 because originally it was 70.
Yeah, I'm not paying $80 for a Tomcat personally.
Okay, they're 70, but that's still way too much. And the drums are $25?
That's not as bad. I understand why they're so expensive. They're fairly big for what they are.
They're not that big.
Oh, okay. That's it. Hey, Taz, question for you.
Yeah.
Can I ship some stuff out to your house so I don't have to like ship it out here and then have it?
Of
drag it
course.
With me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. It's
Just
some-
so long as you let me know you're doing that beforehand so I can tell my dad that some stuff is gonna come in.
Yeah, I got you. It's just parts more I need for later, so.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
If you guys don't know, me and Tess are gonna mod a blaster when I get there, and we're gonna go through a whole modding process together.
Yep.
We're gonna be doing a fairly high-end mod. Not gonna give any hints away, but we got something special for you guys in store. So. We have so many videos that we've talked about doing and that we want to do. We just haven't pulled the trigger on doing yet, so to speak.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm more excited than you are about doing them, though. But...
Oh no, I'm excited. I'm excited. I just have so much that I have to worry about all the time that it's hard for me to actually like get in the mood.
I don't blame you, dude. Tess just stresses, and I don't blame him. Like he legitimately stresses sometimes about videos. He's like, I gotta do this, this, and this, and like we spent like an hour the other day on call, and we were just talking about like formats on videos and everything. I was getting a few critiques and whatnot, but
Yeah.
Which again, chat, anyone who wants to react to my content, go on ahead and give some honest criticism. I'm not gonna be mad about it. I'm not gonna do anything. Like I've had people message me like, I don't really want to react to your content. Like I want to, but like I don't want to be like targeted. Like, dude, I'm not gonna be mad if someone does that. Like, why would I be pissed off about that? Like, if you have honest critiques, go on ahead and do it. Like, don't be scared to do it. You know?
Yeah.
So that's my opinion on it, though. That's how I feel about it.
Bricko says, "Are you going to mod the striker?" And yeah, we have a whole big thing planned on the striker. We're going to make it so much better.
We're gonna be doing a really intense mod with the striker, actually.
It's gonna be so much better.
Yeah, we're gonna make it better.
Just flashbacks to Skeppy pouring lava all over Munchie MC and saying, "I'm making it better!"
Oh, Saber's bringing in a new dart.
Yeah, and they're immediately sold out of darts.
I think that they did that with like other products when they're just getting ready to release. Heavyweight darts 1.3. Ooh, 1.3. Huh. That's heavier than worker heavyweights, so now I'm curious to see how those are going to react in blasters.
Yeah, you should also mod the Rogue. I have to review it first, then I can mod it.
We have a lot of blasters we have to mod. I can't wait to drop another $16 on motors. Fantastic. Now my total's up to 56. Great. You ever just like question your life decisions and your spending habits?
Yes.
Oh, well that's fair. I made you question your spending habits in all fairness though.
Dude, the next blaster that I'm going to get is going to be a Dart Zone Pro 4. How do you think I feel?
just save the money, don't get one, or wait until they go cheaper. Don't actually buy them off eBay because they're not gonna be freaking cheaper on eBay. People
They're
are
actually
scalping
really
all
cheap
of them.
right now. That's why I'm gonna get one, because I've wanted to get one when it came out, but I wasn't gonna spend $180 on it.
Right.
And like right now, I can get it for $100 because one, it's on sale, and two, they gave me a coupon for 10% off.
Are they selling? Someone's selling Dart Zone half-length darts, like the Ember darts for $28 for
What the
100.
What? Why?
Brand new one package. I don't know, but like, why the hell?
No!
No,
The-
I'm not wasting my money.
They're at Walmart!
Yeah, and they're actually asking for more money than they're worth.
I don't even know if this frickin' inversion's gonna fit. Look at how stupid it is.
You'll find a way to make it work.
I will, but I don't want it to just be like annoying and dumb. What's your favorite Dart Zone blaster? It's really hard between the Venom and the Solo. Cause like I think the Solo is a lot more practical for a lot of use cases. Or like I think the Solo is made better, but I can see myself using the Venom as like a sidearm or even as a primary if I were to give it the extended barrel that Xbox Games has.
Ooh, I just found something I really want. I'm not
What?
gonna say anything yet, but I really want to. Do I get the out of dart stuff or do I get this?
Show it to me.
I'm gonna send you. I'll show it to you. And I'm gonna send you a link to it though,
Okay.
because I know you're gonna want to hop on it too.
Mate, I have 6 cents to my name. I can't do anything.
Okay, fair point.
You've got to be kidding me. Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. I'm highly debating it right now.
I hate my life.
I just want the barrel. I don't even care about one rail.
I just want the stock!
Like, do I need any of it? No, but it looks so good. New
I
condition, too.
want the stock. I want the stock. That's all I want is just the stock. If you get that, just let me have the stock, please. Whatever you want for it. I just want the stock. That's it.
I'm making so they. How much are they asking for shipping? How much is shipping? Is shipping free? Does it say? It does not say anything for shipping, but I'm just gonna make an offer.
Just see what happens. And
I'm going to drop them low. Like I go real low just to see.
wait, if you get it, can we unbox it here?
Oh, totally.
All right, perfect.
If it gets like, I would have to change my thing.
Address.
And obviously, yeah. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
So I just. So even with all the tag, holy freaking crap! Shipping's $24.
Bruh.
Are we shipping it from the UK? What the frick?
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, to be fair, the box is like one of the largest Nerf boxes ever created.
Okay, so they automatically just declined my offer. I don't know why, but
What the-
it's, like going a little bit higher.
What blaster are you talking about? I'm not telling you, Bricko. Why would I tell
No,
Bricko?
I don't know. And that's with ground advantage. Where is it being shipped from? The frick? Go with that much. See how they like that.
Are you going to buy any X-Shot Insanity blasters? Mate, I already have the Rage Fire and the Onion Ring. I don't need any of the other ones because none of the other ones interest me.
Okay, so they give you a certain number of attempts, but I'm gonna just like message the seller, ask him.
I know what it is. Bricko, if you guess... No, it's not the tracker.
No.
You're not anywhere near. Okay. So
Like, I like the look and the paint scheme on the tracker, but I would never buy one personally just because I hate the modulus grip so much.
I
that's my
don't
honest.
like. I hate the modulus grip too, but at least you can 3D print inserts for it that make it usable.
Yeah, and I get that, but still, like, is it worth my time to buy one?
No. Holy crap!
Yes,
This
I
roller
can-
coaster is so large. I did not anticipate that this ride was gonna end up being so big. And this is before I've added any of the block sections. It takes up almost the entire map.
Damn, bro. I love how I'm just monotone over here and Tessa's just so, like, sounds like he chugged a gallon worth of coffee before he does streams.
I'm just
It's
too,
ridiculous.
I'm too whimsical. The modulus grip isn't that bad. Yes, it is, and you know it.
That's seriously the only one.
That's it.
Tessa, there.
Yeah, I'm here. Please tell me you can hear me.
The frick?
Great. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Oh my god. Why? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, your audio just cut out. I don't know why. So,
That was weird.
um,
I've never had a problem with it. Well, Brico, that's because you're a Lego guy, disguised as a human being.
I have Legos, I just don't use them. I should get, like, rid of them.
And also, even if you were a human being, you're Karen. That's not a human being. That's a monster. She was created in a lab. Everybody knows that.
True. Oh, you want to buy the rival Deadpool Chronos for $100, Tess?
No. Hi,
Why?
Whirls Lego. I'm just gonna pronounce your name as that. Yes. Yes, what? I'll take you are Legos phase.
Tess?
No.
You can buy them off mainline and just get rid of them.
Lego.
That's mainly because I don't want to.
I don't know what to tell you.
I want to get rid of them, but I need to get money from, because I just don't like to. If I get rid of stuff that I know people will pay for, I'll make them pay for it. Like,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. People are like, why don't you just give them away? It's like, bro, I have to ship them out. I have to do all this, yada yada yada. I'm like, especially if I have to ship something, I gotta get something out of it.
Oh my god. Look at how big this, like, pavilion is in the middle of the roller coaster. I'm thinking about leaving this giant hole in the middle of it and building a whole pavilion in here around, like, the center of the ride.
Do it.
I feel like that would be pretty sick.
Do it.
I will buy them. DM me later tonight. Oh, okay. And, like, having
You
this
can-
whole area be a thing. That could be cool. Especially, because with the drop right here, I wanted to make it an exposed drop, and just all this nonsense kind of obfuscated that. Alright, we'll try. Finally somebody pronounced my name correctly. Oh, is your name actually Whirls Lego? Makes sense to me. My favorite Dirt Zone blaster of all time is the Nexus Pro X. I like it. Can you tell me what was wrong with my video, though? I don't mind if you talk about this on stream.
Oh, which one?
The Nexus Pro X video.
I hate that you stated, and I know this is not, because understand this is like, I hate saying this, the noobest thing I've ever heard you, oh frick, I almost just fell my freaking chair.
What did you-
I've ever heard you say is, the actual scope included works. It functions like a real scope. No, the frick it doesn't.
Oh,
It does not work like a real scope.
I don't know. Okay. I don't know what the hell I was talking about there. What I meant to say was that the little dot in the scope lines up with the reticle on the, like, little iron sight looking thing in the front, so you can aim in a straight line by looking through it. I don't know why I ended up saying, like, this is how a real scope works, because I don't even know what happened there. That was just a mess, and I forgot to say anything about it.
And again, I'm not, taking a crap on your video. I'm just.
No, I am, because I seriously don't know what I was talking about there, and I've watched that back like 5 times, and I'm like, what the hell am I talking about? Yeah, I don't know. My favorite Nerf blaster is a Scavenger. Scavenger's pretty good.
I'm just gonna make him one more. Let's go. I love how they don't even counter. You want to give me a counter offer? Counter offers are nice. Oh, whoops! I didn't press the freaking send button. Whoops.
Did they immediately like cancel it and decline it?
No, I didn't press send.
Oh. My favorite Dart Zone blaster of all time is the Air Warriors Champion. Isn't Air Warriors Busby?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Busby. That's not Dart Zone.
They declined my offer.
Why?
I think it's automatic because there's no way that they're. If they are, then they haven't responded to my message. But.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I wouldn't want to talk to me either, but still.
Okay, if I'm being honest, probably my favorite Dart Zone blaster that like has ever existed, if we're not counting like recent dates, would probably be this thing. I just sent it to you in the chat. Oh, Dart Blaster. I thought you said Dart Zone.
That's fair. I don't blame you. It's not a bad one.
Like, it was the original, like, one of those.
Oh, yeah.
And you can mod the crap out of them because it has a really simple, like, it's got really good motors in it, and it doesn't just, like, burn out or anything like that.
It's a cool blaster. I like them.
It is.
I won't ever personally, like,
Well,
mod one, but that's just me.
you're not a heavy gunner. I wouldn't expect you to.
That's the thing. Like, I don't mind these, like, heavy gunner. Everyone's like, why don't you run full auto or use your full auto Straven primarily anymore? It's like, because I don't like running. I don't give a crap. I mag dump regardless. And, like, I took it to an event for my new group, organized Nebraska Nerfers, and that was like the second event I went to. I just was mag dumping, and it was like, even with quotations controllable full auto, I don't like controlling it because then I have to be more concerned about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I can control it. It's just like I don't want to waste time with thinking about how many rounds I'm firing. That's why I prefer mechanical semi-auto.
Yeah.
I'm getting extremely exhausted, Tess.
You want to go to bed?
So, I do want to go to bed. So I'm gonna go to sleep, man. Thank you for having me on your stream.
Of course.
I will return to YouTube eventually. I don't know when, but eventually.
Alrighty. Holy crap. Why it's one of those? Of course it is.
Reasons. Thank you for having me on your stream, Tess. I will talk to you later.
No problem. Take care.
You too, man.
I'm